Hello, my name is Casey Cross, and I would like to welcome you to a review of the book Drive, The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us by Daniel Pink. In this review, I will discuss the objectives, strengths, and weaknesses of this book, as well as what can be learned by reading it. Daniel Pink earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from Northwestern University and a JD from Yale Law School. Though currently a free agent, he served as the chief speechwriter for Vice President Al Gore from 1995 to 1997. Mr. Pink is also the author of 5 books and many business and technology-related articles, which have appeared in publications such as the New York Times and Harvard Business Review. This book, Drive, is about motivation. He proposes that the way we motivate employees in the workplace is antiquated, and that there is science to prove it. While we have historically used reward and punishment, or as Mr. Pink refers to it, the carrot and stick approach, to achieve desired outcomes at work, the system can actually decrease motivation in our employees. In concrete terms, our current work culture rewards employees who meet established goals, and those that do not are punished. As leaders, we must begin considering new methods in order to achieve optimal effectiveness and increased efficiency. Though extrinsic motivators may be appropriate in some situations, such as short-term projects or routine tasks, the intrinsic motivation needed for creative and innovative projects is often suppressed when faced with external rewards. An example used to illustrate this point in the book is a task involving a lit candle, a cardboard box full of thumbtacks, and a table sitting flush against a wall. Participants are asked to affix the candle to the wall using the materials provided so that the wax does not drip on the table. When participants were offered no reward for completing the task, most were able to conclude relatively quickly that the cardboard box itself should be affixed to the wall with the thumbtacks, which will then serve as a stand for the candle. Participants that were offered monetary rewards for rapid completion of this task took considerably longer, presumably because their focus was not on the creativity required to complete the task, but instead on the reward at the end. The strategies detailed in this book focus on internal motivation and include elements of flexibility and self-reliance to achieve mastery and clarity of purpose in our work, a strategy Mr. Pink calls Motivation 3.0. The target audience for this book is leaders serving in all sectors of the workplace, but is most relevant to work environments in which creativity and non-routine work are critical to success. The strengths of this book include Mr. Pink's use of many theories, examples, and research studies to support his views. Additionally, the book is well organized into 3 parts for ease of comprehension by the reader. The concrete examples used in each section provide clarity to the reader and serve to transform Mr. Pink's ideas into realistic interventions. While the book provides detailed, foundational explanations for Mr. Pink's ideas, there is a lot of redundancy in the explanations of commonly known principles of motivation in the workplace. Additionally, instead of placing a resource toolkit at the end of the book, I would have preferred to see the exercises and references integrated into the text following the discussion. Mr. Pink is successful, however, in his objective to provide new ways to consider motivation in the workplace. In Chapter 1 of Part 1, he briefly describes Motivation 1.0 as our initial motivational strategy, which was simply to survive. Chapter 2 details the evolution of Motivation 2.0 that has served us well as employers and employees with the development of technology and business operations. Chapter 3 is dedicated to describing Motivation 3.0, including a focus on mastery, autonomy, and purpose, and what Mr. Pink terms Type I and Type X personalities for either their inherent intrinsic or extrinsic motivation. I would definitely recommend this book to leaders who oversee non-routine, creative work environments who also have the authority to change corporate policies and practices. Additionally, anyone who desires to learn about historical motivation principles and the evolution we must embrace to meet current workplace demands would benefit from reading this book. Thank you for joining me in this review of Drive, The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us.